Hey, what's going on, guys? The Langbanger here. I have a new deck profile for you. It's Exceed Turbo. Now, the monsters that you'll see in this deck, you have Gadgets, you have Karakuris, and you have Reborn Tengu. So that's the power cards of the deck. I'll just go over why I use those certain cards. Let's start with Reborn Tengu. I'm using this card just because it activates when you exceed. Not necessarily when you exceed, but when you go to detach the material. So let's say you have Utopia on the field or Roach, and then you go to activate their effects. When the time is right, then it goes to activate. So now you got a free level 4 on the board to exceed with. So that's why you're using that. I use 2 of each gadget. It's probably one of the best ways to exceed in the game. Just because of a certain card, which I will be getting into in a few moments here. You just constantly just put floaters on the board and just constantly just thin out your deck, and then you're left with more and more power cards, or you have a better shot at drawing power cards or cards that you need to finish off a duel. And then, sorry for that, and then I'm using 3 of each of these Karakuri Strategist and Watchdog. Now you guys may be wondering, well, this doesn't really seem like a turbo deck. Well, even if you don't have the 1 power card, which is Ultimate Offering, if you guys haven't found that out already, you are going to be able to exceed each turn as long as you have some sort of protection. Let's say you have a gadget on the board the turn previously, and then you just summon one of these guys next turn. Well, now you get to synchro, or you can exceed by summoning another gadget. So it is an Exceed Turbo, but it also has a Synchro OTK built into it. So that's pretty neat. Here's the big card, Ultimate Offering. Pay 500. You have an extra normal summon during your main phase or your opponent's battle phase. Really, really solid card. I really like that you can do it on your opponent's turn as well. It just helps eat up attacks, and you can just mess your opponent up basically. Now you're wondering, well, how am I going to get all these big plays through? Well, you're also maxing out on these cards. 3 copies of this, 2 copies of this. So basically just don't go off unless you have some way of making sure you can go off. So I mean, common sense. But yeah, basically the big plays, you can have Ultimate Offering on the board, and then you can summon one of these gadgets, and then you just keep paying 500 to summon another copy, summon another copy, summon another copy. Boom, 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 boom. Now what you do, you take 2 of these guys, you exceed into a Utopia or a Roach. I just have Utopias right now, but Roach is going to be legal. I'm not sure what day exactly, but once the new set's out, we'll be able to use that. So yeah, you can just make 3 Utopias, so that's 7,500 in damage, and then you can just have an extra summon. I'm sure you'll have a monster in your hand, and that'll be 8,000. Or you can have the Ultimate Offering again. You can go Gadget Summon, and then you can go summon a Karakuri, doesn't matter which one, level 4 or level 3, and then you're going to synchro into the Karakuri synchro that you can do, whether it being the 8 or the 7, depending on which Karakuri dude you summon. So then the Karakuri synchro monster activates, you summon a Karakuri from your deck, then you pay 500 life points off Ultimate Offering, summon another gadget, search out, synchro for another Karakuri synchro, rinse and repeat. So there's definitely 2 ways you can OTK. It just depends on, what your hand is and all of that. Now, I know a lot of you guys will be thinking well, how can this deck really be that good if you're basing it off of 1 card? Well, this deck absolutely tore up YCS Indianapolis over the weekend. The deck lists are up, by the way. I think there was at least 2 gadgets in the top. There might even be 3. And those guys weren't even using the Karakuris. So I found that really, really interesting. So, yeah, guys, that's it for my profile. I'm not going to bore you with the other cards. You guys can just look at the deck list downstairs, as always. And yeah, guys, that's it for now, guys. Peace.
Thanks for watching my video, guys. Look in the description down below. I have a link to my Facebook, my second YouTube channel, as well as a buy list / wants list. I buy and sell Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic cards, so if you guys have any of those cards from my list, please contact me. And thanks for watching, guys. Peace.